Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm showing you how I set up and organize our stroller for Walt Disney World. Having your stroller dialed in is going to make all the difference when you're at Disney World. So I use the Oopa Baby Vista stroller. Alright, so it's been a while since I did one of these stroller setups. I've been trying to do them on the last couple trips that we went to Disney World, and we just don't have enough time for me to sit and show you all the ins and outs because we're always on the go. So we're going to have a little bit of background noise. I'll try to keep it minimal. So let's get going and let me show you. And you're going to want to stay tuned. I've got a new accessory that we're going to try out for our trip. We have a trip coming up in September, and we're going to see how that works for us. So first of all, hi, my name is Lauren. I have a daughter, Lucia, who is 3, almost going on 4. We're actually going to Disney for her birthday in September. We go every year. We've been going every few months since she was a baby. We live in New Jersey, so that's a little bit about us. So let's get into the stroller setup. Alright, the first things first, this is all the parent access points. Alright, so you're going to want to get something like this. Excuse ours, we're missing a, whatchamacallit there. You're going to want to have something that identifies your stroller in the park. Now, my mom made ours. I know you could get them on Etsy. We also have one for Halloween type theme. So like I said, you can get these on Etsy, and you can also, you don't have to spend a lot of money to do these. You could actually get, I know when our first trip to Disney with our first daughter, we just made one on the computer ourselves that said something like Scarlet Stroller or whatever, and then we put it in clear plastic sheet protectors, and then we just tied it onto the stroller. One of the most important things you gotta know when you're in Florida is to stay hydrated. So you don't need a fancy cup at all. You don't need the top of the line cup, but you should get a cup that is insulated. This is a Hydro Peak. I believe I just got this at Marshall's, but Walmart actually makes a really good one too that stays cool for about 18 hours, I believe. So what I generally do when I'm at the resort in the morning is I stock this up with ice, and then I fill it with cold water, and it stays cool most of the day. And it also has this handlebar that clips right onto the stroller, so it's pretty good. We've also used the kind that don't have this, or the straw that are just the twist offs, and with a loop, and then we actually like put those right onto we hang it off the stroller. So I've done both, and this is one I like a little bit better, just because it's not like dragging down on the bottom of the stroller, but either one works. With Lucia, I always keep a little also insulated stainless steel cup for her, and I'll generally keep it either in front with her, or I'll put it in this little pocket thing that I'm going to show you in a second. Now, all the fans. So I'm actually missing one stroller fan. I like to have one stroller fan here on the handlebar, the push bar, whatever you call it. But on our last trip, I went to charge it, and it completely has died. So I need to order a new one for me. But in the meantime, I like to have these little mini fans. I picked this up on Amazon, and what I did was, because it's come with this little ring thing here, I've added this extra accessory that doesn't come with it, but I've added this accessory so you could easily put it on your wrist. You could put it on the stroller and have your toddler hang on to it. We've been using this since Lucia also was a baby. It's really great. And game changer fan that I just ordered on Prime Day is this little handheld fan. It looks like a little mini hair dryer. So this is something I'm going to either keep right on my fanny pack so I could keep it on the rides with me, or I'm going to keep it right in this little handy pouch as well. The next thing is you could put your diaper bag here. Some people are a little worried. You do have to be conscious of the fact that if there is a lot of weight here, like my daughter, she has a tendency to stand up on the, sometimes she'll get in the stroller and she'll stand up on here, and if there's a lot of weight, it could possibly fall. So I know that my friend is Priscilla Marie says she doesn't like to put her her backpack here when she's at Disney, but I find it very convenient because we can have also extra pockets here for water bottles, extra like Gatorade bottles if they're still cold when we walk in the park, and whatnot. So if you're interested in seeing what's in my park bag, I am going to be having a video coming up on that. I also have other diaper bag videos that I've made in the past. I could try to link those below. This also needs to be, it looks like it needs to be replaced. Some of this stroller setup has like really took a toll on, my last travel took a toll on this stroller. So you're gonna wanna get some kind of like LED Christmas lights, the kind that are battery operated, that you know you don't plug in or whatever, that can just run at night, because at night some of the stroller parking is not very well lit. It is lit, but sometimes, especially if your stroller looks like other strollers, it could be hard to find them and navigate it at night. So you kind of want to get something that's going to stand out. Obviously during the day it's one thing, but at night it's another thing to try to find it. So I like just picking these up at the dollar store. These are like Christmas lights, kind of reminds me of Toy Story Land, but I've also got the ones from Dollar Tree that have like little unicorns on them. We've had like the mini Mickey ones from Walmart before. Generally you could find them, and it's a great way if you go to save money. Go to like Walmart like right after Christmas or right after Halloween, and you're gonna get some of these lights on sale at a discounted price. And so I usually like save those, and then I'll pack them up. And so I have a few varieties that I usually use. We have a Oopa Baby cup holder that actually got lost on our last trip. So this is one from Amazon. I had bought that one for when my husband comes, but now it's gonna, I guess, be my main one. So I picked this up on Amazon. If you don't have a cup holder, this is great because it comes with a cell phone holder. But yeah, you're definitely gonna want like a little cup holder for you, especially if you're into having like margaritas at EPCOT or whatnot. All right, so I have this little sling here from Petunia Pickle Bottom. I don't know if they still make this same one, because we did buy this about 4 years ago almost, but it's cute with like the little pop bell art bag. That's what it's called. They might even have some on Amazon. I never actually used this. I actually didn't know this was here until like after my daughter was out of diapers, but it does come with the little changing pad there. And then there's another pocket. I feel like I probably only saw the other pocket. That's probably why I didn't know what it is. But there are little 2 cup holders, but I don't really like to use them just because obviously stuff can spill in there. But this is again where I keep like fans, I'll keep receipts, my sunglasses, you know, stuff you're gonna need like kind of urgently or whatever at the park. All right, then over here we have the side sling here that I just picked up on Amazon. This is great for putting your bubble wands in here. Of course, ours happens to be missing at the moment. But this is great for just throwing things in there. You could also put like your umbrella, whatnot. This is great for toddlers that want to be independent and walk a little bit, but you don't want them to get lost. So a lot of times when my daughter is sick of the stroller, she'll get out and she'll just hold on to that and walk alongside me. And here, of course, we have her little stroller fan. She's actually at school today. That's why I don't have a model demonstrating this right now. But these are perfect. They make a lot of different ones. They even make Mistine ones, which I haven't dove into, but since I need to order another one, who knows, I might be picking one up. Okay, so this is kind of important also, and excuse my stroller that is so beat up, but you're gonna want to like if your stroller has one of these like washable inserts, you're gonna want to probably put one in there, because if they're coming from out of the pool, if you're taking advantage of going to the free day at Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach, you're gonna want to put something like that in there. Or if it rains, you're gonna want, because you don't want them, if you forget that it's supposed to rain today and it happens to get wet, or sometimes you even have the stroller cover on, it's just always good. That way you could, if it gets wet, you could always take it off, and that way they're not sitting in a soaking wet seat. Sometimes I'll even take a towel from the hotel and I'll put it right on top of there for extra protection. So here we have, I mean, these are things all moms should have anyway, right? So we have this mom hook that I got from, I think when I was pregnant with Lucia. We've had this for a long time. And then they also make, Petunia Pickle Bottoms makes Mickey shaped ones. So these are super sturdy. They're great for even when you're going in the mall and you want to like have your shopping bags. It attaches right onto there. For Disney also, we'll put our popcorn bucket right onto there, and obviously it normally has like a cap to this, but I just grabbed it real quick just to show you for the demonstration today. So that's like the main thing. Then we're going to talk about a little bit what's under here. So in Florida, it has a tendency to rain, so you're going to want to make sure that you're going to keep rain gear and an extra bag under the carriage. All right, my camera is of course overheating, so we're gonna try to get through this without having to change my battery every 5 seconds. Okay, so in Florida, it has a tendency to rain almost every day. Even if there's no rain forecast, there's no clouds in the sky, you could come out from a ride and find your stroller soaked. So you always want to grab rain gear. I can't tell you how many times that we have been fooled by the Alexa, the Hey Disney in the resort room. Oh, it's not supposed to rain today. Or we look on our phone, it's not supposed to rain today. And then all of a sudden we have packed this up in a suitcase like on a departure day or something, and we don't have it. So this is what I like to keep in one of these packing cubes. This has all of our rain gear. And then also, besides like our little rain jackets and ponchos, I also have our stroller rain cover. So this just came right with our Upa Baby Vista, but if you don't have one for your particular stroller, or maybe you lost yours, you're gonna want to make sure you get one of these. So it just hooks up like right over, you know, over the stroller. It keeps your child dry. When my daughter was about, I think it was about a year or two, she did not want this cover on her at all. So it's like a give and take, but definitely you're gonna want one of these, even if they're not crazy about having the rain gear on, or like over themselves while you're pushing them around. You're gonna want it at least for when you're on the rides to kind of protect your stroller. So, like I said, we keep all this under the bottom of the stroller. Now, if you're going on a ride, it's easy to just bring with you if you know that it's about to rain. And let's say it hasn't started raining, you don't want to bring your rain jackets. This folds up real easily, and you can either put it in your park backpack and bring it with you on the rides, or you could just carry it in like this, and it fits, you know, pretty nicely under your feet. So then, in the meantime, generally I just keep ours under the stroller. Now, one of the biggest tips I could tell you, you don't have to have a Disney bag. Actually, what I bring most of the time are the Marshalls or TJ Maxx bags, because they are bigger than this and they're really sturdy, and you can fit all your merchandise in here that you buy. You can also put your umbrella, your rain gear, everything, because if you are taking a resort, if you're staying at one of the resorts that are only buses at the end of the night, they will not allow you to come on the bus unless your stroller is collapsed. I'm gonna go through that in a second, but yeah, you definitely want to carry an empty large bag to put everything at the end of the night, or even like if you take a break during the day, you're gonna want to have all that stuff that's loose at the bottom of your stroller, like your fans or whatnot. You're gonna put everything in there. Trust me on this, it's gonna make your life so much easier. So now we have added this handy dandy umbrella. I'll be honest, I have never taken this to Disney World. This was a tip from Andrea Moberly. I believe it was on sale on Prime Day, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna try this sucker. So what she does is she actually clips her stroller fan right to this, and she has it like blowing right on her, and it also protects from both the sun and the rain, so you're totally covered. Now I'm gonna show you what I do to get on and off the bus successfully, and also tips through going through security. Since this is already up, I'm going to show you what I do with going through security. So, as I was mentioning about the stroller bag, you're going to take everything that's under your stroller and stick it in the bag. Then, they're going to ask you to remove your backpack, any big bags. They're going to want you to walk through the security gate. So what you're going to want to do is put this on your back. Also, go through sunscreen. If it's the metal kind, it will set off the metal detector. Alright, I'm kind of like competing with someone trying to cut their tree down next to us, so I might have to take a break. But you're going to want to put sunscreen at the bottom of your stroller, so it's visible. Now, that is the tip that I always use. I would put my camera with my gimbal down there also. Sunscreen, umbrella, sunglass cases will set it off. So I've only had one problem, and I think this was at EPCOT. They gave me a problem my last trip, but honestly, we go like about 4 or 5 times a year, and that was the first time that's ever happened where they would not allow me to keep anything in the bottom. So generally, everything else is like clothes, rain gear, whatever, I'm going to put in this bag, carry this on, and they're going to tell you to keep your child right next to you. Sometimes if the child is big enough, they're going to make you get out and have the child also walk through there. Now this umbrella setup, I'm gonna have to ask Andrea. This might need to go get collapsed also. Alright, so I'm gonna put the backpack on. Put this here. Alright, so you're gonna put your umbrella either under the stroller if they'll let you. Otherwise, what I do is when I walk through security, I'm gonna hold it in front of me when I go through the line. Sunglasses actually should be okay, and also this, the handheld fan, I would keep in here. They're okay usually to leave that, but it's like I said, it's subjective to. We only have had that problem once where they wanted literally everything out. But a fan will set it off. Now these fans are okay usually to leave right on the stroller, but you might want to either leave them when you're collapsing the stroller to get on the bus at the end of the night. Otherwise you might just want to throw it right into the bag as well. This I'm going to put on the ground. Just lift this up, and you're going to want to keep this engaged.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong.
Alright, now that's going to about do it for today's video. This is our full Disney stroller setup. This is truly our home base for when we're at Disney, and having it organized and being well familiar with your stroller before you go definitely makes Disney so much easier. And if you found this video useful, make sure you go ahead, give this video a like. It really does help support the channel. If we're not already friends, please stick around and subscribe. I love for you to be friends and join our little fam. And we'll see you in the next one or at Disney. Thanks for watching. Bye. Also, let me know in the comments what stroller hacks you swear by. I'm always looking to improve our setup. Do you have any other extra tips? Leave them down below.
I've been all around the world, every city, every place.